Hey corner kids, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be playing Climb Time, so let's get started with the video. So this game is basically TOH. I've explained this in all of my Climb Time videos, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to go check out my other Climb Time videos. I will leave the link to those videos down in the description below. But I think in public servers, the game automatically gives you modifiers, but I don't think that they do that in private servers. I think if you want a modifier, you're just gonna have to buy it. You're still able to buy modifiers in public servers. And also this game gives you more time to make it to the top. And each round, the amount of stages changes. So there can either be 10 or more stages. So this round could have 11 stages, and then the next round could have like 16 or something like that. And this game is easier than TOH. It's like a modified version of TOH. And the stages don't actually have names. They're just rated, their difficulty is rated using stars. So for example, this stage is 1-star difficulty, meaning that it's pretty easy. And the other stages will have the same thing as well. So that's what Climb Time is, and it's the same as TOH, but it's also not the same as TOH, if that makes any sense. And you also get stages You also get coins every time you complete a stage, so it's easier to earn coins in this game. So yeah, and you can skip a stage for 5 Robux. I didn't even explain that in my other videos. So yeah, we are on this. What stage is this? The 6th stage, and we just have to walk around these lasers. And I'm gonna see if I can come up with names for some of the stages. So this should be interesting. I'm gonna call this one bubblegum. That's the first thing oh my gosh, I went the wrong way. But that's kind of like the first thing I think of. I think if I ever were to name this stage bubblegum, I think it would be like it would have to be a different pink. Like it would have to be the pink of the walls on the stage below us, because that looks more like of a bubblegum color than this color. But I'm just gonna call this stage bubblegum. And then for this next stage, we're gonna call it, wait, what do we have to do? I'm gonna call it numbers. Yep, because as you can see, we have to jump on these numbers, and then we're on the 6th number, and then the 7th. Well, we can actually call that math. Or we could just call it numbers, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna call it math. And then we can call this stage Toxic Land. Or no, Laser City. And then this stage I'm gonna call it Rectangles and Lasers, I don't know. It's not the best name, but it'll do. How did I fall on that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's try this again to complete. Let's try to complete Rectangles and Lasers. I don't know what kind of name that is. I don't know. I'm not good with coming up what? I'm not good with names, as you can see. And then we can call this stage Trusts and Platforms, I guess. I've never seen a stage that had the word platforms in it. It's so weird. And we have made it to the top. So we are on the next round, and this round actually has 13 stages, and we can call this first stage, I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what kind of shapes those are. I don't know what that is. We can call this stage spheres, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Spheres climbing. But no, these aren't even spheres. Okay, not circle climbing, because that's already the name of a stage in TOH. We can call this stage cylinder climbing, I guess. I don't know. And then the stage we just did, that can be called circles. I don't even know what to name these. This stage can be called Golden Hops, I guess. Golden Hops. I mean, I guess that's not a bad name, but it's also not the best name. And as you can see, my game is kind of like glitching or lagging or whatever you want to call it. Like it'll freeze for a few seconds and then go back to normal, which I think is really weird, but I don't know what's going on with that. This stage can be called forest forest something. I can call it forest danger, I guess. That doesn't really make sense, but it can be called forest danger. And then, oh, we still have to continue to do the stage. The stage is a very long stage, as you can see. And then for this next stage, we have, what could I call this? I could call this painful obstacle. Yeah, I can call it something like that. And then as you can see, this next stage has a 3-star difficulty, and I was gonna call this checkerboards. Yeah, I'm just gonna call this checkerboards because there's a stage exactly like this in TOH that's called checkerboards, and I can't really think of another name for that type of stage, so yeah. And then this next stage has 1-star difficulty, and we can call it, it kind of reminds me of like the sun or something, so I'm gonna call it dangerous sun or harmful sun. And then I think I called this stage cylinder jumps or cylinder jumping. No, cylinder climbing or something like that. And then this stage, I think this stage is like a copy of Pain, or not a copy, but it's like, oh, this stage looks similar to Pain at the beginning, but then it just becomes something random. This stage could be called, let's see, what could we call this? Laser danger, I guess. And then for this next stage, we have, dotted line. We could call this dotted line because that's what it's called in TOH. There's a stage that's like pretty much exactly like this in TOH. It's just that the rectangles, they aren't put together. They're actually like apart from each other, so that's what makes it different. And then for this next stage, we have, what could we call this? I'm sorry, I have to call this chevron jumps because there's a stage exactly like this in TOH, but it's like a peach color, like a salmon color. Okay, how did I manage to fall? That doesn't even make any sense. Okay, let's try this again. And this stage is actually rated 3-star difficulty, but honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it should be at least 1 star or 2 stars. And then this next stage is rated 3 stars for difficulty as well. I climbed the wrong way. Okay. And we could name this stage, let's see, what could we name this? I guess I could name it laser jumping. That's a very random name, but that basically describes the stage. I don't know. And we have made it to the top. Okay, so we are on the next round, and for this first stage, we're gonna call this, it kind of reminds me of like petals, or like flowers, so I'm gonna call this stage, harmful flowers, or like flower danger, I guess. Yeah, I could call this flower danger. And somehow I died on a stage that's rated 1-star difficulty. Okay. You know, let's not talk about that. Let's act like that didn't happen. And my lag or glitching is not really an excuse because it's honestly not even that bad. It's just my skills, so yeah. Okay, so this next stage, we can call this, let's see, what could we call this? We could call this, shapes. That's the stage it reminds me of in TOH, so that's just what we're gonna call it. This stage is called, I could call this stage, easy. I don't know, or, I don't know what to call that stage. I guess I could call it rectangles and squares. I don't know. Oh, I want to call this stage bread or like toast or something. I want to call it toast jumps because it's literally shaped like a piece of bread or a piece of toast or whatever you call it. And again, I still don't know what to name this stage because I don't even know what shapes we're jumping on. Like, I've never saw anything like it. So that's a little confusing. And then this stage actually reminds me of whatever the coins in TOH are called, jumps or something like that. So I don't really know what to call that stage. This stage reminds me of loop jumps, so I could call this loops. And then for this next stage, we could call this, what could we call this? It kind of reminds me of pedals, so I could call it laser pedals, I guess. I don't know. This next stage, we could call this Dangerland, Danger Alley. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna call it Danger Alley. And then this next stage, we could call this, okay, this is exactly like the modded stages in TOH. One of the modded stages in TOH is literally exactly like this, but I don't remember what it's called, so I guess I could call it laser avoidance. I don't know what to call these. Okay, this one like really reminds me of loop jump, so I'm gonna call this one dangerous circles. No, harmful circles. Or no, fatal circles. Because fatal is like another word for deathly. So I could call this fatal circles. So yeah, I guess that's a good name. I honestly don't know. And then we could call this stage, what did we call this stage? We called the, what do we call this? I don't remember. We called it like painful obstacle, I think, or painful jumps. I don't know. I'll enter the name on the screen because I honestly don't remember, meaning that the names are probably not that good if they're not sticking in my head. But I'll enter the name of the stage on the screen. I think I named this painful jumps or something like that. Something that has to do with pain, I guess. So I think I called it like painful lasers. I don't know. Honestly don't know. And then for this next stage, I'm gonna call this, I think in TOH it's called 2 decisions. So that's what we're just gonna call it. And then this next stage is, oh, this reminds me of the triangular stage in TOH, so we're just gonna call that triangular. And then this next stage, let's see, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of the stage in TOH called Simplicity, so that's what we're gonna call it. I know this is not really making up my own names for the stages, but as you can see, I'm not really good with coming up with random names. I mean, I'm trying my best here, so, or this actually kind of reminds me of like, yeah, it just reminds me of the Simplicity stage in TOH. It just has lasers. So we're just gonna call this stage Simplicity because I don't know what else to call it. Okay. And then for the next stage we have, it's 5-star difficulty. I don't even know what to call this. We can just call this ramps. This stage just looks confusing. What even is this? We're just gonna go ahead and speed this up because I already know this is gonna take a long time to do. Okay, so we're finally done with whatever that was. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what you could call that. I just named it ramps and that's good enough. So for this last stage we have, this stage is so odd. I guess I could call it spheres. I don't know, spheres and lasers. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!